Hey, welcome back, guys. We got another project. This project is something that I probably wouldn't normally do, but one of the students at the college I work at are having a little bit of an issue. So, you guys know the way it goes. When you're in college, you don't always have a lot of money to work with. And what had happened to this student's vehicle, he's got a Jeep. Not sure which make or model, what year. But what had happened is on the pinion gear, one of the bearings, the outer bearing, has spun. Okay, so it didn't really dig it up. What it has done is it has deposited some of the bearing in a race onto the shaft. So I'm not sure what's underneath here. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and clean up this journal, and so we can put a brand new bearing in it. So the ring and pinion for this, a new one, would probably run somewhere in the neighborhood of $300, $400, $500. And the student's in school, he just doesn't have the money to do it. So and the vehicle is in actually really good shape. So what had happened was the seal had gone bad, and when the seal went bad, it was splashing the fluid up to lubricate this back bearing, and it splashed out through past the yoke and eventually emptied the differential, thereby causing the most damage to the outboard or the pinion side bearing. So what we're going to try and do, we're going to give it an attempt. I'm going to set this up in a 4-jaw chuck. I'm going to hold it by this right here. There is a spot on this shaft which is perfect. It's about maybe a 1/4 inch wide. I'm going to indicate off of that. I can't put it between centers, even though there's a center in there. It's pretty rotted or rusted, and there's really no way to hold this to clean that up. But the center that's in the pinion side is actually not bad at all. So I'm going to put it between a 4-jaw chuck and a center. I'm going to try to machine this down to get the proper fit. So I measured the shaft, and the shaft OD, where it is in nice shape, is 1 inch, 187.5. So we're going to try and stay in that area. Now when I turn this, you can see that there are lines in here, so there's gouges in here. This is about 10 thousandths oversized right now, so it has deposited metal onto the shaft. I may cut this off and find deeper grooves underneath it. I think as long as we have 80% of the shaft that is still in good shape, it'll probably work fine for him and get him through, get him out of college, and hopefully save him from spending any money. We may get under there and find out it looks really, really good. I'm not betting on that. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to find. I've never done this before. I know the best way probably to do this would be to cut it undersize, like Adam Booth would do, and spray weld it. And you could probably even weld this. Maybe put it in the chuck on a crankshaft welder and weld it up and then recut it. We're going to try this first, see what we can do. We're trying to do this with a minimal amount of effort and a minimal amount of expense to the student. So I'm going to set this up in the lathe. I'll bring you back when we're all set up, and we'll give it a shot. Don't know what's going to happen, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, so we get it set up in the lathe. I get some copper on the threads. whatever they use to put the center in the pinion style on the pinion side, it must be a special cutter because it's not a full like center drill. So I'm using a blunt nose dead center, and I got it greased up with some high pressure grease, and it's going to be a rather quick job, so I'm not too concerned. And I taped up the barron. Now they told me that they were going to replace that barron. That's a new barron. They put it on there before the student realized that he couldn't press a barron on here. So that barron's about $36. So they are planning on changing it to a new one again. But just in case something happens and the person doesn't have the money, I'm giving it the best I can do. But I cannot guarantee that there will be no chips in there. It would be not my choice to use that barron. So we got it rough set up. And what are we out? About 30 thousandths, which isn't too bad. Okay, so let's dial this sucker in. Alright, so let's set that on 1. 3. That's pretty good now. Let's try 1. Oh, that's pretty good. Just a couple. Yeah, went the wrong way. We gotta tighten it up a little bit anyway, so make sure these copper pieces are squished good. It's because I changed my direction. Alright, so we gotta move that in a couple of thousandths. Not too bad. 4, 2. I gotta make a new chuck key that's a little longer to make this easier. Pretty close, still at about 1,000th or so. Alright, so let's find our highest. So our number 1, 3. So we're going to move that about 1/2,000th. That's not bad. 2, just over the 0. And move that about the same. Oh. That doesn't look too bad, and I mic the shaft, and the shaft isn't perfectly round, so it is varying a little bit. There's a little bit. Alright, let's make sure they're all tight. one's tight. That one's tight. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna go the other direction. Try that with this type of a cutter or bit, carbide bit. It's a little tough to get in by the shoulder, so I'll do it in the opposite direction. Saying 194. Let's check it with the mic. This is a very old Starrett. It looks like nobody ever used it. I bought this online. But the older shiny steel, you can barely read them. So I gotta go put my optivisors on. And we want 187 and a half. So we're looking at 6 thousandths. So I'm gonna take about another 3. Got to keep switching safety glasses to optivisors. They have a weird finish. Ooh. Got to switch. Let's see. I got about 92 right now. It's still showing oversized right here. So what I'm going to try and do is just take a couple more and only come over to here so that the tool pressure doesn't drop, even if I left a little bit of line that I got to touch up. I'll take a spring pass. Probably should have put the Dumor grinder on here and ground it. But I really didn't want to marry this thing. It's actually feeling a lot better. It's still saying about 1,000th, and I'm just staying away from this area over here. I'll polish that in. see what we got. Ooh, about a half a thousandth over. So we're about 88 right now. About 88. Yeah, I could still, yeah, about a half a thousand. So let me just tweak. You know what? I'm gonna polish it. It does polish up nice. Really don't have to worry about taking too much off of this, because it doesn't, a lot doesn't come off with that. $87.5. Like I said, that's the high of the shaft size. $87.2. Alright, so I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to touch this off just a little bit more, blend it over a little bit more. And we're going to let it go. It's got, those are low spots, so it's not going to affect the barren going on. You can't even hear that cutting. It's not even really hot. I figured it would get warm. Alright, let's take another measurement. Measure it here. A little squeak. And we're 87.3. $87.5. $87.5. $87.2. It's only a few tenths along this whole thing. It's got a pretty good surface. It's polished up nice. That barren should go on there. It's going to press on, but it shouldn't be a real hard press, because you got to tap this. You got to put this in the axle housing, and then you got to tap that barren in. So it should have a light interference fit. We'll take a close-up look at it. Looks pretty good. It's got a couple of low spots in here. I gotta tell you, this didn't look like a promising job, but It actually came out pretty good considering. So I think this is going to work for the student. I'm happy with it. I'll bring this back to school Monday so they can put it together, and hopefully he gets the use out of it he needs to get done with school. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Do a lot of little odd projects, and lately I've been doing a lot of stuff for the school, you know, not automotive stuff technically, but stuff like this, which is pretty cool. So thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and again, we're real close to 300 subscribers, so that'd be pretty cool to hit that mark. Like I said, I do this for fun, but it's nice to see that some people are watching it and are enjoying it. So the channel is getting a lot of traffic, so I'm pretty happy about that. So again, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you.